close the door. All right. Happy morning, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm Raki here as your lovely SAA. Tonight, before we start, I would like to share you about our house rules, because like in another house, there is also rules, right? So let's go for that. Yes, here it is. First, the first rules is please be on time. Room is open 15 minutes before the meeting starts. Let's follow the time given in the agenda. So I really appreciate to all of you guys who come early before 7 o'clock. And then the second is identify yourself properly. Please rename yourself according to the following name format. For visiting Toastmasters, you may add the title with the VTM name and then your club, like VTM John from Toastmaster ABCD, or for non-Toastmasters and guests and also for first-time attendees, you may rename your name, become the G, and then your name, like we have here, G, and then Karina Nuriski. And then the third is turn on your camera. Why you should turn on your camera? Because we want to see your happy face, because we want to see your emotion while joining this meeting. Make sure that your face is within the video frame. And then the next is keep your microphone on mute. Mute your microphone whenever you are not speaking. When it's your turn to speak, just remember to unmute your microphone. And then the lastly is be fully present and have fun. Pay attention and participate actively. Use the chat box to leave any feedbacks or encouragements to the speakers. But before that, don't forget to have fun, because like here, I wanna share to you guys. Don't forget to
together.
Let's have fun together. Let's have fun together. Let's have fun together. All right, that's all from me, your lovely SAA. I will give it back the control to our Mr. President.
Thank you, our lovely SAA, Toastmaster Raki. Happy morning, everyone. As always, it's very nice to see you all here today in our Friday speaking session. So, one of the best feedback that I've heard in this session is what we are doing is not just speaking. What we are doing is not just public speaking. What we are doing is giving a performance. So, there will be 4 scheduled speakers today, and I hope everyone give their best performance. Like, imagine you are talking in front of massive audience. Imagine you are talking in a press conference. Imagine wherever you want to be, and give us your best performance. Yeah, especially Toastmaster Dendy as our newest member that are going to give the icebreaker. Now, before we started, I'm going to share a little bit about what is Toastmaster International. So, for the new guests here, if this is your first time joining a Toastmaster International meeting, Toastmasters is a non-profit organization that focuses on public speaking and leadership skill. We have 300,000 members across the world, spread in 149 countries, and there are almost 16,000 clubs just like us all around the world. And if you join us as a member, you have this privilege to choose one of the pathways to master the skill you wanted to master. For example, I am taking dynamic leadership because I wanted to enhance my leadership skill. But you can also choose another pathway, such as persuasive influence, visionary communication, engaging humor, and so on and so forth. So the most important thing is, by having this type of pathway, every week you have a goal, you have something to teach yourself, you have some aim to reach. So your growth will be quantified and it will be more effective in the long run. And well, we are talking about us. SCBD Toastmaster. Who are we? We are a bunch of people that have a vision to become a better you, or we call it BABY. Our mission here is to empower individuals, empower everyone that join our session to always strive for progress. It doesn't really matter where you start, doesn't really matter how good your skills are now. The most important thing is that every week we strive for progress, every week we try to do better, every week we learn and we grow. And what things that we values in SCBD Toastmaster, there are four. First, structure. Second, collaborative. Third, bold. And fourth, determination. So structure means we always try to come to our session well prepared. So we have this discipline to prepare our session, prepare your roles, prepare your speech if you are scheduled to the speeches. So when we are here, we deliver our best in our performance. And we also value a lot collaboration. So we all here try to support each other to grow, and we really value boldness and determination. This means that if you want to grow, just do it. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Just take roles, take any scheduled speech, try something new. Talk with us ask others for feedback. You are allowed to do anything as long as it's in line with our motto, which is to grow and glow together. So we have this online meeting every Friday from 7 to 9, and we are trying to have offline meeting at least once a month. But we are going to inform you more detail on that. And if you are curious to have more information about SCBD Toastmaster, please contact us via WhatsApp or via email or via Instagram. You are very welcome to ask anything, and our Vice President of Membership will be very happy to assist you to answer all of any inquiries you might have. And before we start our regular meeting, I would like to introduce you all the newest member of our Toastmasters Club, which is Toastmaster Donna. Hello.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Happy morning, Donna.
Good morning.
How do you feel today?
Honestly, I'm so nervous, and I really apologize that I haven't been around just when I signed up.
No, it's okay. We understand, but we are very happy anyway to have you here tonight.
Yay! Thank you for the
So-
warm welcome.
Donna, good luck for your role today. But before we start, I want to ask you to have this little induction ceremony. So please try to repeat what I say, Toastmaster Donna. I, in the presence of my fellow members of SCBD Toastmasters Club, make this firm obligation.
I, in the presence of my fellow members of SCBD Toastmasters Club, make this firm obligation
To attend meetings regularly and prepare completely for each assignment.
to attend meetings regularly and prepare completely for each assignment.
To apply myself to the projects outlined in the Toastmaster Educational Program.
To apply myself to the projects outlined in the Toastmasters Educational Program.
To actively participate in club activities.
To actively participate in club activities.
To provide a constructive evaluation and feedback in a positive manner.
To provide a constructive evaluation and feedback in a positive manner.
To build an open, supportive, and empowering relationship with fellow members.
To build an open, supportive, and empowering relationship with fellow members.
And to encourage prospective members for joining the club, enhancing their skill, experiencing the utmost benefit, and striving for progress.
And to encourage prospective members for joining the club, enhancing their skills, experiencing the utmost benefits, and striving for progress.
Thank you, Toastmaster Donna. Now I would like to ask all our existing members to unmute yourself and answer my following question. Will you solemnly swear to help and assist our newest member, Toastmaster Donna, in order to strive for progress and become a better individual?
Yes,
Yes,
I will.
we will.
Of course.
Yes, I will.
Yes, of course. Yes. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to Toastmaster Donna. You are officially part of our family now.
Welcome to the club.
Thank you very much for the
Welcome to the club.
Welcome.
I'm Donna.
Yay.
And with that, I'm handing over the session to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Melanie. Toastmaster Melanie, the screen is yours.
Wow, that's very nostalgic. Nostalgic, am I correct? The screen is yours because I've been seeing people now face to face, so it's awesome. So happy morning, everyone. I am Melanie, and I will be serving as the Toastmaster of the meeting, or the TOM, or in other events we call them MC or host. And my role is to actually assist you of the flow of our meeting tonight. Yes, I'm back. I'm not sure if I'm really back. So please guide me. So today, our theme is let's do it together. So can you please type it down in the chat box? How many sessions have you been attended since July 1? This is the 4th session. So you include the session today. How many sessions have you attended since July 1? Wow, perfect attendance, Toastmaster Alfin. Nice to meet you, Toastmaster Donna, and welcome to our club. So there are 4, 1, 4. Wow, okay. At least there's one, right? And this is also my first time to attend. But nonetheless, if you will be seeing all the themes in the past since July 1, I think they are related to each other. The first one, because Toastmaster Alvin gave me this. So the first one, the first meeting is about taking baby steps. The second theme was about having courage. And the third theme was being persistent. And now our theme is what? It's actually more of teamwork or doing it together. So let's do it together. It's not only about the expo, it's not only about SCBD Toastmasters Club, but as a community in Toastmasters. And our word of the day, well, it's not word. How do you, yeah, there. Phrase of the day. So the phrase of the day is team up. So it's a phrasal verb. So it means to join with another person or group in order to do something larger together. So for example, you can use it as a sentence. So they teamed up to get the work done quickly. So yeah, you can use it in past tense, present tense, or future tense. Now, so if you are a first timer or you're still a guest or you're not really sure about Toastmasters meeting, our agenda or the sessions are as follows. So first, prepared speech, followed by table topics and evaluation. So prepared speech. Let me see first my, here. So prepared speech, only registered members can deliver prepared speech. So if you want to deliver later, you will be seeing our members delivering their own speeches like they are performing. So just register, talk to Toastmaster Hanny and be our one member. So can deliver prepared speech according to his or her pathway or curriculum. So speaker must register a few days before meeting to confirm the slot. Now we also have table topics session, and this one is open to everyone in this meeting, including the officers, the role takers, or even the guests. So this is an impromptu speech, so anyone can deliver this. And during this session, anyone who wants to speak voluntarily can come forward to speak according to the chosen topic number. And the last one is the evaluation session. So this is the heart of Toastmasters meeting. This is also to evaluate our prepared speakers and the role takers if we have done our job correctly or our roles correctly. So only members can evaluate prepared speakers. So since I already introduced to you the evaluation session, I would like to introduce to you the head or the leader of the evaluation team. We call her the general evaluator. So the screen is yours, Toastmaster Adalea.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Melanie. Hello, my fellow Toastmaster and guests. My name is Leah, and I will be the general evaluator for tonight's meeting. And I will evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meetings, during the meetings, and I will also take the notes on everything that happens in the meeting and supposed to happen. I also will evaluate the meeting flow and how duties are performed. And at the end of the meeting, I will share the feedback of this meeting. And tonight, I won't be alone. I have also a great team who support me. First, the speech evaluator, Toastmaster Adrian, Toastmaster Nia, and Toastmaster Alvin. And also, last not least, Toastmaster Gatot. They will listen to the prepared speech carefully and provide the feedback to the speaker and we also like to give them a round of applause for the speech evaluators. And second, we also have a Toastmaster Donna as our grammarians. So we can see what is the grammarians. Let's hear for the Toastmaster Donna. The place is yours, Toastmaster Donna.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Leah. So, my fellow Toastmasters and guests, my name is Donna, and I'll be your grammarian tonight. My responsibility is to listen carefully to all speakers, especially to their language use. I'll take note of any grammatical error used in your speech, but don't be afraid of making mistakes because I will share the correction to all of you for our learning. I will also capture any remarkable words and thoughts that you used during your speech. Back to you, GE, Leah.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Donna. We also have a role called timer. Toastmaster Salman will serve as a timer and explain to us what is a timer does. And so we give a place for Toastmaster Salman.
Thank you, Madam GE. So one of the things that we are trying to master here at Toastmaster is how to time our speech, and I'm going to assist you all in that. In order to be eligible to be voted as the best speakers, all of you are going to have to finish your speech within the time allocated. So for the icebreaker speech, it will be 4 to 6 minutes in length. At the 4-minute marks, I will change my background to green like this. At the 5-minute marks, I'm going to change it to yellow like this. And at the 6-minute mark, I'm going to change it to red like this. When it is red, all the speakers have about 30 seconds to wrap up their speech. If you go past that, you are not going to be eligible to be voted as the favorite speaker. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the icebreaker speech are going to be 4 to 6 minutes in length, while other prepared speech will be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will change my background into green. At 6 minutes, it's going to be yellow, and at 7 minutes, it's going to be red. And lastly, for the double tap quick session, at 1 minute, I will change my background into green. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, it will be yellow. And at the 2 minutes, it will change to red. And finally, for the individual evaluation, that will be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'm going to change my background into green, 2 minutes and 30 seconds into yellow, and 3 minutes into red. So that's all from me. Back to you, G.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Salman. Now we also have another important role, which is a wood counter. To hear more details about the roles, let's hear it from the Toastmaster Uyun.
Thank you, Toastmaster Leah. Hello, everyone. Happy morning. My name is Uyun, and today I'll serve a role as and WOD counter. As counter, I will count any filler word or any sound that has no meaning. For example, anu, or the kind of sound that has no meaning, especially no meaning in English. So if you make any sound in Indonesian, probably I will take note on that as well. Besides, I will note if there is repetition, and I will congratulate you if you can put our WOD team up in your speech. So any variations of team up, for example, teaming up, team them up, or team up, basically. I encourage you to use this WOD, and I will showcase you later in the WOD Hall of Fame. hopefully I can listen attentively to your speech. So have fun. Back to you, Toastmaster Leah.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Uyun. Now, last but not least, we have to call Toastmaster Fa to explain about the ballot counter rules. Over to you, Toastmaster Fa.
Thank you, GE. My fellow Toastmaster and guests, my name is Fa, and tonight I will be the ballot counter. As a ballot counter, I will create polls during this meeting. I will use easy polls for tonight, and I will share the link to the chat box. During each ballot cast, you are going to vote for the best prepared speakers, best table topic speakers, and best speech evaluators. Please use your rights to vote to encourage the speakers. By the end of the meeting, we will have Hall of Fame for the most voted speakers. Can't wait to hear your remarkable speech, everyone. Back to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Fa. Now we have met all the GE team, and I'm going to hand this over to Toastmaster of this meeting.
And that's me. Thank you, Toastmaster Leia. I'm just waiting for my name. Anyway, so everyone, can you please check the chat box because you will be seeing there the agenda tonight. So Toastmaster Alvin already posted it there so that you will be guided as well, and you will see what the titles of the speeches are today. And one way to show that we are teaming up is showing support, especially to the speakers. So how? By typing down by using the chat box to encourage and give your feedback. You can do it privately, or if you want to do it publicly, it's fine. Just maximize the use of chat box because that's free. Okay. And giving praise to other people is also free. So without further ado, let's proceed now to our first session, which is the prepared speech session. Okay, wait, there. So we have 4 speakers tonight. So our first speaker, okay, one of our new members in club is Toastmaster Dendy. So I think the evaluator needs to introduce our speaker. So the evaluator of Toastmaster Dendy is Toastmaster Adrian. Am I correct? Adrian. Okay, so Toastmaster Adrian, the screen is yours.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Happy morning and hello, Toastmaster Dendy. How are you? Okay. Okay. Now you are going to do your project 1.1 icebreaker, and the goal for this project is to introduce yourself to the club and learn how to basic structure of the public speech. Okay. So good luck, do your best, and enjoy. Are you ready, Toastmaster Dendy?
Yes, I'm ready, Toastmaster Adrian.
Okay.
Am I eligible?
Yes. So let
Okay.
me do the opening for you. Rejection is redirection. Rejection is redirection, Toastmaster Dendy.
Okay, happy morning, Toastmasters and guests. Today, I will be giving my icebreaker speech, which is a chance for me to introduce myself. For those who don't know me, my name is Dendy, and like all of you, I'm a person that made up from my past experiences. Now, I'm here today because I'm hopeful that this moment will make me a better person in the future. So I want to start off from my college life. When I arrived at Jakarta as an overseas student from Pekanbaru, Riau, I was kind of friends. It's really a different culture where I came from. I became close to my college friends and team up with them because I don't have any friends from Pekanbaru that goes into my university. So I play with them a lot and trust them a lot. Like we are gangs. like that. So we are so close. Cool kids like to do in Jakarta. And then my friend used to invite me to join him to a party or a club. Like, so I like a turtle that just came out of its shell. Well, I go to the clubs and party really hard. Like every semester to the fifth semesters, like 2 years and a half. And all I do is just partying with my friends. I go to Jakarta to finish my study, but the reality, I just to party here and don't care about anything else. And then fast forward to my sixth semester, where in my campus it's mandatory to find an internship job for 1 year. So that is 6 months in 2 different companies. So I hunt for my prey like a blazing werewolf. I hunt for the companies that I want to work with. I sent several applications to the companies, and finally I got my first interview. And then I go to the mirror and said, I must build different. They probably want me there. They probably want me on their company. After I've done my interview and got the results, I got rejected. And I go to the mirror and said, probably they don't have the strength to keep me there. I don't care. That company is lame after all. Second, third, fourth, fifth interview, rejected, 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 and rejected. And then I go to the mirror again and said, that's okay. I still got my confidence, but it's not 100%. And then came the sixth interview, 7, 8, all the companies, all of them rejected me. And then came my last interview. It's the 9th one. And I said to myself, yeah, maybe this is it. And I did my interview and I got my result. And still, I got rejected. I got rejected from my last opportunity. And I reflect to the mirror, stood in silence, and I couldn't see my face straight to the mirror. I'm ashamed. I said to myself, maybe it's not them, it's me. But in the last hope, I still got my first internship job with. Because all of that rejection, I reflect and going through all the memories and moments of my college life. I was shocked. I couldn't think of anything that really stood out. Nothing that really happens from me in my college life. Most of the time, I just partying all the time. I don't have much time to be aware about my own value. And I realized from that moment, I must change. I must be aware of myself. I must develop myself. I have to raise up my value. And then from that, I started to read my textbooks. From all of that rejection, I started to read my textbook, read all the things that I missed from my college life. And then I read books at night, and I'm trying to catch up all the important things that I missed in my college life. After several months, I get a job with my own self. And from the second interview with a company, I graduated on time by doing my own thesis. I think that's a progress for me. Then I graduated in July 2021. And at August 2021, I got my first job as an employee in a startup at tech company and work as a business development executive. So I want to tell you guys that rejection makes us wonder if something is amiss with us. We start tearing ourselves apart with self-criticism and doubting our skills and ability. However, rejection teaches us and redirects us towards better things, peoples, and situations. It is essential to stop seeing rejection as a sign of inadequacy and see it as a motivation to try to strive better in the future. So I want to say rejections is redirection. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dendy. And everyone, Toastmaster Dendy just delivered his very first speech in Toastmasters Club, in SCBD Toastmasters Club. So can you please unmute your microphone and let's make a toast and
Good job.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Dendy.
Pecah telur, pecah telur.
Much, guys.
yeah, there. Congratulations, Toastmaster Dendy, for taking the first step in Toastmasters. Okay, sorry. Rejections become redirections when we try to self-reflect, checking and asking ourselves why and how should we improve instead of staying in our place and blaming others for the rejections that we have felt. Thank you, Toastmaster Dendy, for that reminder. So now let's have our second speaker. Our second speaker is Toastmaster Septi. Yeah, so Toastmaster Septi. And she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Nia. Toastmaster Nia, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Melanie. Happy morning, everyone. My name is Nia. I'm from the Ultimate Toastmasters Club. And tonight I will evaluate Toastmaster Septi. And she will deliver her project of level 1. I'm sorry, pardon me. Yes, level 1 of project 3, dynamic leadership. And this project is about vocal variety, and the purpose of the project is for her to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance a speech. And also I will focus to evaluate on her vocal variety on this speech. And without further ado, let's call our speaker, Toastmaster Septi. I in us. I in us, Toastmaster Septi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nia. Can I share my video first, Toastmaster meeting?
Yes, but I cannot find it anymore.
It's okay.
Sorry, I'm not sure how to share videos. It's not showing on my screen now, Toastmaster.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
okay. Yeah, it's okay.
This one. Share sound. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Let me know if I need to start. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
We meet again. I can't steer it or stop it.
Thank you so much, young man.
Well, my fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guests, you may be familiar with the Pixar production film Incredible 2. The video that just finished playing demonstrated about collaboration, how they team up to solve a problem. Specifically, the Underminer action to destroy Town Hall. Here, I also have a story. So I and my friends once wanted to go exploring in Malang, East Java. As a result, we decided to rent a car. We had planned to visit 5 locations, but we only went to 3. Then that night, we heard that Batu Malang is beautiful at night from the top, which was Paralayang Batu Malang.
So we decided that Parawayang would be our next stop at night. We had no idea that the Medan area lacked street lights and had dew on the ground. Surely, Lana, as our driver that time, should have been more cautious. We were actually a group of 8, 3 ladies, 1 girl, and 4 gentlemen. Then there was a conversation. Lana, are you sure we can do this? My friend Kiki inquired. Lana then replied, yes, we could. Then it continued by Ika. How if you switch with Agung? You spent almost the entire day driving us. You must be tired. Then Lana replied, how about that idea, Agung? Then Agung responded, actually, I'd love to, but I have a minus on my eyes. My inner side said, Lana, it appears that you are the only driver we can rely on. 1 kilometer before we arrived, there were some potholes and gravel on the road. And then we moved way higher and higher with dangerous bends because the other side of the road was a lake. It was also a slick road because it rained in the evening. I recall one particular moment, incident vividly. So our car was suddenly unable to move. Lana attempted to change gears. To 2, to 1, but it was unsuccessful. Well, I didn't think that we were that heavy. As a result, the atmosphere began to shift to a panic situation. Then I asked Lana, Lana, what happened? Why we couldn't move away? Maybe some of you should get out of the car first. Lana suggested. Then all men were out. But it still didn't work. So after that, all of us stepped out of the car. The car could then finally move. We got back in the car after that particular sloping road ended and continued our journey to the destination we pursued. Perhaps you, my fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guests, have noticed the different situation and the ending of the story that I have shared. First one was team up as unity, and second one was team up, which split away for a while, but they both had the same goal in mind, to solve the problem. Hence, those 2 conditions indicate that we must adjust or adapt in order to resolve the issue. Include both sides of the ego. Dear my Toastmasters and guests, perhaps one of us is an incredible person, but what if we are in a group or a team? Could we be an incredible team as well? Well, the answer is in your mind. So before I finish this speech, I'd like to share a quote. This quote is from African proverb. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Septi. It seems that you already know our theme ahead of time when you were writing this speech. But yes, I have not watched The Incredibles though, but it's nice seeing the trailer, the one that you have edited. Thank you, Toastmaster Septi. So if you have any feedbacks, you can drop it there in the chat box, give some encouragements to our speaker. So the next one is Toastmaster Hanny, and she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Alvin. So Toastmaster Alvin, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Melanie. Happy morning, everyone. Tonight, Toastmaster Hanny will deliver her next project, which is Level 3, Project 1, on her Pathway Presentation Mastery. Purpose of this project is to understand the type of persuasive speech, all of it, and deliver a persuasive speech at the club. So here we come. Toastmaster Hanny, let's invest on ourselves. Let's invest on ourselves, Toastmaster Hanny. Screen is yours.
Okay, thank you. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Am I audible and visible?
We can hear the background, Toastmaster Hanny. Toastmaster Hanny, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
I think you have to speak louder so that we can hear you clearly. Okay.
Okay. Is it
okay?
Is this clear? Okay.
Yeah, that one
better.
is clear.
Happy morning, my fellow Toastmaster and active guests. If you heard the words of invest, what is the meaning or top of your mind about invest? Can you please type in the chat box, invest? Invest, like this. Oh, money, save for the future, money, accumulate value. Okay, thank you for the answer. And yes, sometimes I couldn't more agree. Some of you say invest your money, and or others invest financial freedom or invest knowledge. And other things that say invest in property or in other financial instruments. Based on resource of Cambridge Dictionary, I put is invest is to put money, effort, time, and etc. into something in order to improve it or get an advantage. Let me give you an example. There are two situations. Some of people say to grow your income, you just invest in the property market. And the second situation, other people say, invest your knowledge by reading. It sounds like similarly, but the differences is the object. But me personally, I couldn't more agree with the second situation. The first important things is invest in ourselves first. Why? Ourself is the main of player to build characters about who we are and what we want to be in the future. By helping in ourselves first, it makes it better, and it will help to the least it better to everyone around us too. It is the best way to ensure that we are well taken care in the future. I want to explain there are so many ways to invest in ourselves. I will mention in the form. But first, invest our healthy or wellness. Our healthy is determined by how we effective we are. Example, how we treat our mind is determined our body and mood. If our mind is not focused, and it will impact in my mood and to how do I behave and people around me. And others way we can invest our healthy first is like we can eat well the food
what if the food of beneficially for our body? Or the other example, we can get exercise to burn the calories and to make our mind is fresh and to help our boost our body stamina, and we can sleep well. So this is how to recharge ourselves to be more productive and make our functions get more clear. Second, invest our knowledge and our skills. Our knowledge is important to how to develop and improve the skills to be better. Example, myself, when I see myself at the past, I don't have a great communication example how to speak in structure and effectively, but during I invest myself, I try to learn in related to public speaking and how to build my communication in here. So this is to improve me how to be better in a positive ways. And other things that we can do invest in knowledge. Example is the readings, these books, learning the new things to enhance our skills, or we can join the training in other class in online, or from YouTube perhaps, or we can learn from the people around us. And the third, invest in our networking. As a human being, we need to build a good relationship with everyone around us. Our coworkers, family, friends, and this is how we can create our support system to more connection and expand the circle. This has helped us to invest in the future too. And fourth, invest in our mental health. Invest our mental health is we can take care of ourselves by do meditation we'll have our minds and do the exercise in the breathing and with quality time with the people around us to boost our mood, and it will help us to be better in version of ourselves. Dear my fellow Toastmaster and esteemed guests, from the explanation above, that for investment in ourselves is, I have some quotes from Will I Am. It's never a waste of time or money to invest in yourself, and no matter the source, wealth begins inwards and emits it like upward into everything else, including the people you surround yourself with. From the invest in ourselves is important to in the future. So remember that I want to encourage all of you in the by 4 ways is invest our health, networking, knowledge and skills, and our mental health too. And this is one of my investment in Toastmaster ways to help me in the future to develop ourselves. And I already did it. How about you? Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hanny. I was about to say that as well. So I agree, most of the time we choose to invest financially, but we tend to forget to invest in ourselves, like in our well-being, skills, network, and mental health. And one of the, what's a good investment, like what Toastmaster Hanny said? Join and register as a member of SCBD Toastmasters Club. Member of our club. Why? Sorry. It's a good investment, especially for the skills, networking, and actually mental health, because from every time that we meet like this, we are able to talk to one another and share about our work or our lives or anything under the sun. So thank you again, Toastmaster Hanny. So let's have our fourth speaker for this evening. We have Toastmaster Garda, and he will be evaluated by distinguished Toastmaster Gatot. Toastmaster Gatot, the screen is yours.
Internet aku yang lama deh, Bu.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster of the meeting. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
So can everyone see me?
Clear.
Yes, clear. Very
Okay, good. So happy morning, fellow Toastmasters. It's such an honor for me to serve as an individual evaluator for Toastmaster Garda tonight. He will be delivering his Effective Coaching Level 5 project, leading in your volunteer organization. There are two main purposes of the project. For the first one, it's for the member to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteer organization. And the second one, for a member to share some aspect of his or her experience serving as a leader in a volunteer organization. There are some notes to be taken regarding to the speech. The first one, the speech could be humorous, informational style, but it should not be a report one. I mean, it could not, like activity report or project report. It should be telling the experience itself. So the speech length would be 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Garda Widinuraga, Ancora Imparo. Ancora Imparo, Toastmaster Garda Widinuraga.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Garda, for the introduction. A long way before, Daniel Kopke once said, "Our life isn't meant to look like anyone else's because we aren't like anyone else. We are a person all our own with a unique set of goals, obstacles, dreams, and needs. So stop comparing and start living." That particular proverb, said by Kopke herself, has embarked me toward a journey back then in 2021. And precisely in June 2021, when I ran for the candidacy to become the club president of SCBD Toastmasters Club. As a new member, if I could say for myself, that time, it was like just a year to me for being enrolled, not even a year, as a member under Toastmasters International. But I took a leap of faith at that time, because throughout my days of being involved in SCBD Toastmasters, I gained a lot of things that I have never expected nor imagined before. That day was a turning point for me when I finally conquered my own fear, my self-doubt, and to prove that all of those negative emotions that occurred in my head suddenly vanished. And I was grateful enough for having an extraordinary team, because we all teamed up together as an executive committee under the serving leadership year of 2021 and 2022. Now, I noticed that there are a lot of you, but I would like to ask for your answer. Does anyone here love pizza or pasta? Yeah, I noticed that a lot of you raised your hands. So maybe any of you could also answer to this. Because you love pasta and pizza in particular, do you know the literal meaning of Ancora Imparo? Some of you raise your hand, but I would not give the guts to do it myself. In hundreds of years ago, Michelangelo, a notable sculptor, said it by himself in the age of 87. Throughout his years of sculpturing and making some architecture sculpture, Michelangelo said to himself, Ancora Imparo, in which by all means it said, and yet I am learning. The term and the phrase that Michelangelo did hundreds of years ago has made me believe that all of this journey as a person, and moreover, as Garda Widinuraga I am, this journey has made me nurtured, and regardless of the achievements, regardless of the journey, the obstacles, the road bumps that I have endured along the way, I still am learning. That is why last year, when I started my leadership in SCBD Toastmasters, I had a vision to provide this platform of SCBD Toastmasters to be a place where every individual can become a better themselves, and to achieve that simply by empowering them to strive for progress. Because I am not a firm believer of perfection itself, but we as humans, we tend to believe and to seek for progress because we, as a person, we often compare our achievement and ourselves with the achievement of others. But remember what Kopke mentioned at the beginning. Stop comparing and start living, because we are not meant to live in someone else's shoes. We are an individual with a set of unique goals, talents, obstacles, and everything else in between. So we have to believe in ourselves and make every single thing happen in order to achieve the goals itself. It was truly an emerging journey, an amazing one. Nonetheless, along the journey, it was such a roller coaster ride where I had a lot of quarrels with my team. Yes, of course, with some members. Some disagreements came along the way, but at the end of the journey, it what made me believe that all of those struggles, all of those experiences has made me gain wisdom. And that to me, never have I ever regretted for becoming your club president for the term 2021-2022. Leading in a voluntary organization of SCBD Toastmasters Club was truly a priceless journey that I will never forget, and the eternal grateful for this opportunity. With all members in last year, a lot of achievements that we have gained and accomplished. We had 2 team buildings, congratulations. We achieved a lot of membership awards, 5 in particular, and we also achieved President's Distinguished Club, the highest recognition that Toastmasters International could give award to every single club under its flagship. And we also successfully conducted the very first team hybrid meeting, and last year, we successfully gathered 52 members in the first 9 months of the tenure. All of this would be impossible to achieve if it weren't because of your tremendous hard work, particularly the executive committee and the remaining members. So as I truly remembered that last year during my candidacy, I said that SCBD Toastmasters is not a group of dazzling people, but rather a collective effort that every individual brings as a piece of puzzle, forming an enormous shining star. So just like what our president said, it doesn't matter where we start, but what matters is that the progress we make. So ladies and gentlemen, remember that regardless of where we are, what you are doing, if it is about progress, celebrate it. Because at the end of the journey, you will still remember Ancora, Imparo. And yes, I still am learning. Back to you, Toastmasters meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Garda. I was looking for your wand. You might want to say Ancora, Imparo. No kidding. So that's what I love about Toastmasters International. It gathers up different people from diverse backgrounds. Like we have members from college, we have members who are college students up to members who have high profiles in big companies, right? Yet we still choose to be here because we are still learning. So this Master Garda, thank you for your speech tonight. So that ends our prepared speech session. Sorry for the S. Okay. So can we call Toastmaster Salman now for the timers report?
Okay, thankfully everyone is eligible to be voted, yeah.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Salman. And let's call Toastmaster Fa for the link. Would you like to say something, Toastmaster Fa?
Yes, I already sent the link to the chat box.
So please exercise your right to vote by clicking or choosing your most favorite speaker of the night. So can we have 1 minute of silence for this? I'm not sure if it's already 1 minute. Is it?
Play a song so that we
I'll
can
just-
so that you know. Oh, it's
I'll
only
just
1 minute.
Someone asked earlier, how can she sign up to become a member? Please contact Toastmaster Hanny. Hey, Toastmaster Hanny, wave your hand up in the air. Okay, I think that's it. So please, for those who have not voted yet, please cast your vote now, or else you might not be able to sleep because you were not able to choose your most favorite speaker. So now let's go to our next session. We call this table topics session. I will not discuss it anymore. Let's, without further ado, let us all welcome Toastmaster Andhyka as our table topics master.
Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome to the table topic session. So for those of you who are not familiar with this session, this is the only session which is open for everyone, the Toastmasters, the visiting Toastmasters, and even the guests. So my name is Andhyka and I will be your TTM. It's not friend but romantic, but it is the table topic master. So everyone, in this situation, I will give some quotes. That's why I give the title, Let's Learn from the Americans, because I'm gonna give several quotes from American public figures. And then what you will do is just to respond within 1 to 2 minutes about the quotes. You can share about your agreement, disagreement, or what you think about it, or the story relates to it. So everything relates to the quotes. So, and then I also encourage you to use the phrase of the day, which is team up. Okay, so I will give you my first option because as a TTM, I have the prerogative to choose who will speak. So I will choose our own secretary, Toastmaster Agung. Toastmaster Agung, how are you?
Hi, Toastmaster Garda. I'm good. Thank you for choosing me.
Okay, so by the way, I'm Andhyka.
What did I say? Sorry, Toastmaster Andhyka.
It's okay, no problem. So I guess as the first choice, I will not ask you whether you're ready because I'm sure you're ready. So this is your quote. None of us is as smart as all of us. None of us is as smart as all of us. Please look at the timer's video for your time indication. You ready, Toastmaster Agung?
Yeah.
Stage is yours.
None of us is as smart as all of us. Team up. When you are working together, you will be achieving more and more. When you compare when you are working alone, you will just achieve for you only. But when you're working with your friends, with your colleague, with your team member, you will be achieving something even bigger, not only for you, but also for everybody. Let's imagine in the family, for example, when you are alone, when you don't need your brothers, your mother, your family members, you will not get a food from your mother, will not say good morning, good evening to your family members. That's the thing that we all want to do. Please remember, guys, when we are working together, we will be achieving more. Thank you so much. Back to you, TTM.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Agung. Toastmaster Agung reminded us if we work together, we will achieve more. Well, that's a very good quote, and I believe that it's a word to note, Ms. Grammarian. Now I would like to go to our own Toastmaster Yanda. Toastmaster Yanda, are you ready?
I have no option to say no.
Yes, that's a good answer. Toastmaster Yanda, I'm not the smartest, not the smartest fellow in the world, but I sure can pick smart colleagues. It's from Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Whenever you're ready.
All right. From the words or the phrase, I can take notes that the idea of success can be achieved is through collaboration, because we as a person is unique, but the other person is different and have a particular uniqueness that we can leverage for the sake of our common goal. So according to that phrase, that we can leverage our uniqueness and combine with others' particular potential, and by doing that, we can achieve our common goal within more short period of time, and that's the key to achieve success or goal together. And the only way to make it happen is by collaboration. Over to you, Toastmaster, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yanda. Toastmaster Yanda brought a very good points. It's that we might not be able to finish by ourselves, but then if we can eye on people with a very appropriate skills, then we can achieve together. So it really relates to what Toastmaster Agung just said. Now I would like to go to our guests, because I want to give the opportunity to our guests. I would like to call guest Karina. Karina Nuriski. Hi, guest Karina.
Hi, TTM Andhyka. Good night. Oh, no. Good morning. Happy morning.
Happy morning. Happy morning. So, are you ready to go for the next quote?
Not really, actually.
Not really? Okay, no
But it's okay.
problem. Nobody is ready here.
I see.
Okay, now, guess Karina, teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Please don't forget to use the phrase of the day, team up.
I should use the word team up.
If you can, we encourage you, but if you cannot, that's fine.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes. Are you ready?
Okay. I will try.
Off you go.
Okay. Teamwork makes the dream work. I think teamwork is the ability to work together toward a vision, toward a goals. So I wanna use the team up phrase, but I cannot think clearly actually. So actually it is the fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon results from the teamwork. I think that's all. TTM Andhyka.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, soon to be Toastmaster Karina.
Yes.
But
Okay.
okay, so I will go to the next guest. Okay, I'm going to call guest Ayu. Hi, guest Ayu. Are you here? Hello, guest Ayu. Can you listen to me? Yes, Ayu?
Hi.
Okay, am I audible to you?
Yes,
Okay, sure. Do you want to participate?
sure.
All right. Now, yes, Ayu, the strength of a team is each individual member, but the strength of each member is the team.
Okay,
You ready?
yes.
Okay.
I think it is very important to have a support systems. So if we go alone, we will always lose our way. But we need someone to, help us, support us, and also make us believe again on the goals, on the common goals that we are going to achieve together. So if you want to suffer in a team, you can go alone, but if you aim to achieve that dreams, you have to get the strength from other members of the team. So each one of us in a team should be a support system for each other. So back to you, TM Andhyka.
Thank you, Guest Ayu, for sharing. So if we leverage our team members' strength and then we combine it with our strength, that will be our overall strength. So I guess that is very good quote, and thank you for the reminder. And for the next speaker, I would like to remind you to speak within 1 to 2 minutes, because if you speak within 1 to 2 minutes, you will be eligible to be voted as the best table topic speaker. And then you can always look at the timer's video, because he raised his hand, so that it's very easy for you to see him. And then phrase of the day, please use it as many as possible. So now I would like to go to Toastmaster Wira. Are you there? Toastmaster Wira?
Hola. Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Okay, Toastmaster Wira, I'm sure you are ready. It is literally true that you can succeed best and quickest by helping others to succeed.
It's literally true that you can succeed best and quickest by helping others to succeed. I have to agree with that. As somebody who does martial arts, one of the things that we do, especially in my club, I don't know, particularly in my club to be precise, is that we help each other. Not only that the coach helps the students, but also sometimes the student helps the student as well. Because, like, for example, I'm purple belt, which is the level 3, if we are being literal. So they're like the white belt level 1, blue level 2, purple level 3, brown 4, and then the highest is black belt level 5. And yeah, since the highest, aside from my coach, who's a brown belt, which is level 4, are me and my other training partner. We team up and we help each other by helping the white belts, the level 1s. If there's certain technique they're a little bit confused on, like, I don't know how to do this, I can help them, either giving them an alternative to make their technique easier, or at least to make them understand, oh, that's how you do it. So yeah, basically teaming up with your coach can help his students and can help ourselves as well, so we can understand the thing that we know even better. I mean, like, for example, I've seen a lot of people offering guitar lessons, and it makes them a better guitar player. And yeah, that's all from me. Back to you, DTM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Wira, especially to use the phrase of the day, team up. I guess we can learn from Toastmaster Wira. Even the senior or more experienced people can help the more junior people to, to be better and better, and that will create a synergy. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Wira. Now I would like to go to our SAA, Toastmaster Raki. Are you up for the challenge?
I have no choice, so let's go.
You know, it really enjoyable when people say, I have no choice. It will make my task easier. Thank you so
Wow.
much.
Yes, you're welcome, my treasure.
Toastmaster Raki, a team isn't a group of people who work together. Instead, a team is a group of people who trust each other.
A team is not a group of people who work together. A team is a group of people who trust each other. All right. All right. Happy morning, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm Raki, your lovely SAA. Right now, I will be the table topic speakers. And like all of you guys see in the beginning about the team, in my humble opinion, yes, the team is about trust. Why? If you don't have trust to each other in your team, so everything will be boom, will be mess up, will be broken, and so on. Why? Because there is no trust. So trust is the main thing in the team. If you don't get trust to your team, so everything will be gone. Everything will be bad, and everything will be not running as you want because there's no trust. So remember, if you work or if you run an organization, please be aware with the trust, because when you lose it, you will lose everything. I think that's all. Back to you, Mr. Table Topic Masters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raki. I like the point that you say trust is the gel of the team. It really strengthens the team, and we cannot work together if there is no trust. Okay, thank you so much. Now, I would like to call, I see the most ready face here. Guess Simon or Simon. See, was oh, that's me. Hi, should I call you Simon or Simon?
Any anything as long as you're comfortable calling me with Simon, then that's okay, sir.
All right then. Guess Simon, are you ready for the challenge?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no choice.
I like it. That's a phrase of the night. I have no choice. So guess Simon. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championship.
Okay.
You
So should
ready?
I start now, sir?
Sure.
Yeah. So from my perspective, I do agree with this quote, because when we are put in a team, teaming up as a team, we often feel like our purpose with the other people's purpose might not be the same. So in order to win a champion, we must team up, or we must gather up all our strength. And then to fulfill what we want to achieve, we must know what kind of things that we should do, what kind of strategy that we could use from those strengths that we have already teaming up. So I do agree with this statement, and I think that it's not the matter of how many people are working with you, but it's the matter of how could you make them team up and reaching that kind of goals that you are going to achieve. I think that's it, sir.
Thank you, Guest Simon. I really like when Guest Simon brought up the word strategy. So no matter how many team members you have, and then no matter how we are trusting, but we have to give a strategy, because intelligence wins the championship. So thank you so much. That will be my last question for this session. So if I can sum up the slides, it is very important to achieve some tasks, especially the bigger tasks, with other people, because we can achieve more. But then we need to recruit people with capabilities, and then we have to help each other. And we will not be able to help each other if we do not trust each other. Then if we want to work together and achieve something, we need to have a strategy. Well, thank you so much. And back to you, Tom.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andhyka. I actually turned off my camera because you might call me. Sorry. I already saw your face, your facial expression, so I thought you're gonna call me. So I'm not really ready. So anyway, since we just ended the table topic session, can we have the timer support, Toastmaster Salman? Are all the speakers eligible to be voted?
Yes, unfortunately, none of our guests are eligible to be voted tonight. So we have 4 choices, yeah, Toastmaster Agung, Toastmaster Yanda, Toastmaster Wira, and Toastmaster Aki. Just missing that few seconds, unfortunately, guys Simon, guys Karina, and guys Ayu.
So the minimum time is 1 minute. So, and let's have Toastmaster Fa for the link.
Yes, please give me a minute to prepare it.
So while waiting for Toastmaster Fa, can we have the group picture? Yes, finally, I'm in the picture. Come on, Toastmaster Alvin, can you please help us for the group photo? Toastmaster Alvin, are you talking?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oops. Okay, this is your special session of the day. Let's team up to make a great photo. There will be 3 photos. Here's the first one. Okay, and 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's the first one. Okay, great job. Now let me Control C, Control V first. In the meantime, please prepare your next pose. Okay, I like it. Everyone is turning on the video, almost everyone. Okay, I like Ronnie like the eating some satay. I want that too, bro. Okay, now let's our second photo on 3, 2, 1. Okay, now the last one, guys, because this is our 4th meeting of the July. Let's team up and do a 4 pose. 4 like this.
May the force be with you.
4. Okay. Okay, thank you. We are teaming up. Yoo-hoo. Okay, in count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Ta-da. Okay, back to you, Tom.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alvin, and Toastmaster Fast ready. So please cast your vote now and choose your most favorite table topic speaker. Since it seems like we're running out of time. So while you're casting your vote, I will be calling the leader of our next session, our general evaluator, to lead the evaluation session. So Toastmaster Leia, the screen is yours.
Toastmaster Melanie. Now it's time to the evaluation reports. First, I'm going to call Toastmaster Adrian to deliver the speech evaluation report.
Okay, am I audible? Okay, great. Hi, Toastmaster Dendy. How are you feeling?
Still a little bit nervous, Adrian.
I want to say good job for you. Really, really great for ice-breaking session. There are several things I learned from you that I'm agree with your statement that we need to raise up our value. We need to invest more in ourselves to work on with this world, this cruel world. And I can feel, really, I can feel when you told us about your story, how you are struggle and you are really deliver it well to the audience. Good job. And the third is you have good vocal clarity. I can hear it clearly what you say. And I see that you have effort to in your hand gesture. And moreover, you are trying to motivate us while you are tell your story. And the most important one is the good closing you give to us, and you close it with your motivation. I can feel that we are important to know how to handle rejection, and rejection itself motivate us to develop ourselves. But however, Toastmaster Dendy, there are several things you need to improve. Your hand gesture should in the video, because this is online meeting. I see that your hand gesture is like this. Maybe you can, my advice, you can step back at the video and show your hand like this. It will be more convenient for us to see your hand gesture. And also the screen is your stage in online meeting. Use it. There is screen right here. Use it well. And the last is the speaking pace. You can add pause to give the audience a chance to digest your story. Okay, but now I encourage you, Toastmaster Dendy, to engage more with the audience that lead to your speech. Like maybe you can give them question like, are you feel rejection in your life? Like maybe you are rejected by your girlfriend, something like that. That will catch the audience more. Okay, but overall, I want to say congratulations, Mr. Dendy, good job. And I encourage you to do better in your next prepared speech. Thank you. Back to you, G.
Okay. My voice is clear? Right. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Adrian. Now we have Toastmaster Nia to deliver the speech evaluation for our second speaker, Toastmaster Septi. Toastmaster Nia, the place is yours.
All right. Am I audible? Okay. I would like to say incredible, really incredible, extremely incredible. Please put your thumbs up, everyone, if you are feeling engaged after hearing Toastmaster Septi performance today. All right, that's great, because I feel engaged and I felt the enthusiastic, the comfortable through the voice quality of Toastmaster Septi. She well delivered and opened her speech after the video, and it comes natural, genuine, and you convey emotion really well when you deliver each part of your storytelling, especially. And when you change from person to person, from the dialogue to dialogue, you change the different characters, voice, and your pitch change differently. And it makes us feeling know that there are several persons in your story. And then the next is you are excel in your vocal volume. You also already know which part that you need to lower your voice, and how when you are needs to higher your voice also. But yes, there are several things for you to improve also. And my suggestions is for your articulation and your timing rate. First, articulation. I hear several part of your speech has unclear articulation, and some part of pausing it's a bit not good, not good facing. But yes, I heard that you are trying to give us the explanation, and every part you also trying to mention in good pronunciation in word. So my suggestion is you need to check the pronunciation first when you are about deliver your speech, because the pronunciation itself it helps you to deliver the message to audience really well. And then also you can try to emphasize the word. But overall, you did a great job, Toastmaster Septi, and I look forward to hear more from you. And back to the GE.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Nia. After that, I'm going to call Toastmaster Arvin to deliver speech evaluation report for our third speaker.
Delivering a speech outside, I will give up if I were there. But Toastmaster Hanny, much respect for you. You still outside, but still maintain greatness. Still deliver your project very well. And Toastmaster and guests, here is my feedback for Toastmaster Hanny. The very first one, first of all, the topic itself, the selection of the topic, it really persuasive. Because first, hey guys, who do you think the most important one all over the world? It is yourself. And that is how Toastmaster do it. She persuade people by selecting the most persuasive topic with it, which is the audience itself, ourself, yourself, right? Who is more important than yourself? Yeah, only you. That is the how great Toastmaster Hanny select the topic. And in the earlier of the speech, you find that Toastmaster Hanny ask question to audience and recall the answer. That's really nice. Why? Because when a speaker recall our answer, how do you feel? You will feel like, oh, I was heard. Oh, I was listened to. I like it. That is how recall or mirroring do the great job. And one more thing is the hand gesture. She used the hand gesture to make a point in several messages. That's the point that Toastmaster Hanny excellence at. Now, what could be improved, right? We need to improve every day. So here's my selection for the room for improvement, which is the pace of the speech. You know what? I found that Toastmaster Hanny pace when delivering the speech is most of the speech is the same pace. Yeah, the speed of the speech is most of the time same pace. And you know what? Human brain notice the difference. So what if you do a change on the pace? Sometimes you go fast and then you go slow. Human will attach to that differentiation, the change. Oh, that is fast. Oh, let's change right now. That is my room for improvement for Toastmaster Hanny. And one more challenge for you. I found that Toastmaster Hanny use we, and I think that is too general. I think it will be more persuasive if you use a direct, like, I want you instead of those, yeah. I instead of our. So that will be more noticed to people when you say you. I want you to do this rather than I want us to do this. That's all for me. Break to you, G.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Alvin. And for the final speech evaluation report, Toastmaster Gatot, the place is yours.
Thank you. Everyone, I would like to invite all of you to congratulate Toastmaster Garda for conveying such a very insightful and inspiring speech. Toastmaster Garda, I would like to give you an evaluation according to our word of the day today, team up. Team used to reflect something positive. So let's see the positive things from your speech, and then up is the direction to go into the higher level. Let's see what kind of things that you probably need to improve to make your performance better. Let's go into the team side first. What I like from your speech is that your opening. That's what I like most. You did not start directly. You will be silent, and then make your audience curious to know what are you doing, Toastmaster Garda, and then you started with the very catchy proverb. Stop comparing, start living. It makes your audience want to hear more and more from you. That is very good. The second one is your engagement. You did not only ask some questions, but you let your audience respond to it. You know, asking question is one thing, but letting your audience respond to it is the next level. That's what we call engagement, and you did it very well. Now let's go into the upside. Things I suggest you that you need to pay more attention to make your performance better. There are 2 points. The first one, I found that you looked at into the lower part of your computer, especially when you mentioned about the list of your achievement, as if you read the notes. It's okay to read the notes. It would be better if you put the notes as the same level of your camera. It's just like news anchor. When they read the news, they literally read it, but their face is still looking into the camera. That's very, I think you need to really consider just to make sure that your audience still feeling that you pay attention to them and your eye contact still on them. The second one is the conclusion. It would be better if you come up with a conclusion back into your first statement. If I'm not mistaken, you gave the statement that when you were becoming president, you have a goal to make every members of your club growing and learning together. And then after conveying your story, come up with the conclusion whether you met that goal or not. If you made it, let's say, you can say that, I believe that with those kind of achievements, I've met my goals. But it's not about to meet the goal only. I actually have learned a lot of things. And I believe that you are all have learned from the process also. And now I'm still learning. Yeah, you can use that kind of thing to conclude your speech. So all in all, by improving or paying attention to those 2 points, I believe that even you deliver your speech alone, it can make the impact feels like you deliver your speech as if you team up with a professional speaker. Thank you. Offer the screen back to GE.
Okay, thank you, speech evaluators, for the feedback reports. Now it's time to hear from our timer about the evaluation time reports. Are they eligible to be voted? Toastmaster Salman.
Toastmaster Adrian, Toastmaster Nia, and Toastmaster Gatot are eligible to be voted, but unfortunately, Toastmaster Alvin kind of missed the mark for about 11 seconds. I'm sorry, Toastmaster Alvin.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Salman, for the reports. Now we move on to the grammarian report. Toastmaster Donna, the place is yours.
All right, thank you, GE. Allow me to share my screen. Okay, portion of screen. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, is everybody clear? Wait, you can see all your faces, all your beautiful faces out there. Okay, is this visible?
Yes, visible.
Okay, sweet. Thank you. So, my fellow Toastmasters and guests, my name is Donna, and I'm here to present the grammarian report. Whether or not you see long tables, let's remember that we are all still learning together. So let's team up and help each other to be better. So for speaker Dendy, I noted a few things. First, I arrived at Jakarta, but the preposition for city is in. I go to Jakarta to finish my studies, don't care about anything else. That's talking about a past event in present tense. It should be, I went to Jakarta to study. And I must build different. It's talking about yourself. I must have been built different, speaking about a past event. I couldn't see my face in the mirror. To look is to see something on purpose, while to see is to take visual input in general. That means you're not there in the mirror. And then for the quotes, I reflected through my college life, and didn't have time to care about my value. It's very in-depth and reflective and accepting of life. And then we start doubting ourselves, but rejection leads us to better things. I think that's very inspirational. So thank you. Next, we have speaker Septi. It continued by Ika. Instead, when we are talking about a story, we retell a story, we say Ika continued, dialogue. And then mine is on my eyes. So there's a term for it. It's called being short-sighted, like I am. And then the word slick, the more appropriate word would be slippery. Slick is for hair, oil, and other things. It has a more biological connotation. And then unable and planned. So I think we might have heard unable and planet. So instead it's unable and planned. Okay, and as for your quotes, we have a wonderful quote out here. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go strong, go together. It's strong and inspirational, and it enhances teamwork. Okay, next we have Toastmaster Hanny. I couldn't more agree. It should be, I couldn't agree more. And then it sounds similarly. Similarly is an adverb, while it should be the adjective similar. And then invest in our healthy. Healthy is an adjective, while health is the noun. This is helps us. This helps us. Both is and help are verbs, and if we were to pick one, it should be this one. It should be helps. As for the quotes, we have plenty for Toastmaster Hanny. By helping in ourselves first, it helps to take care of ourselves in the future. And then exercise helps to freshen our body and conscious. Reminder for all of us to become more active in life, including myself. And it is never a waste of money and time to invest in yourself. Also a gentle reminder for all of us to always invest in yourselves. Okay, and next we have Toastmaster Garda. So there were a few mispronunciations, just two that I noted. First, occurred is supposed to be occurred, and tenure, it was tenure, and it's supposed to be tenure. And in the age of 17, the preposition for age is at, so at the age of 17. And then we as a person, we can't be just one person, so it should be we as people. And then we must make every single thing happen. This should be in present, simple present, and it should be we must make every single thing happen. No ed. And then as for your quotes, we also have plenty. Our life isn't meant to look like anyone else's because we're not like anyone else. And when I finally conquered my fear and doubts, I think I didn't manage to finish my notes, but it was great and it was inspirational at that time. And SCBD is a puzzle formed by each person. What matters is the progress we make. As for the first quote, I mentioned that it's a gentle reminder for all of us to lean into our confidence. Am I good with time? Okay. So, and then we have our table topic speakers. For Toastmaster Agung, you'll be achieve something even bigger. It should be, you will achieve something even bigger. And then get a food. It should be get food because food as a group is uncountable. And then as for the quotes, when we work together, we will achieve more. It is very in-depth and reflective and makes us stronger for all of us. And then for Toastmaster Yanda, we as a person is unique. Same as before, we as people, we can't be a bunch of people. We as people are unique. Subject-verb agreement. And then for the quotes, we can leverage our uniqueness with someone else's potential. By doing that, we can achieve a common goal in a shorter period of time. Okay, for Toastmaster Karina, we don't have notes. And for your quotes, we have teamwork is the ability to work together towards a goal, and teamwork pushes us to reach an uncommon or incredible result. Okay, and then for guess Ayu. So A, support systems. So you mentioned A and you mentioned systems. So let's pick it, assuming it's single, a support system. And then we will always lost our way. We'll always lose our way. It is a routine or a constant. And as for your quotes, it's if you aim to achieve that dream, you have to get support from each other. So it reminds us to always team up and support each other. And then we have 3 more. Is that okay? Okay, so for Toastmaster Wira, the coach helped the student helped the student. The coach helps the students help other students. And then we help white belts by giving an example of how to do each stance. So especially for sitting committee, I'm really grateful that you guys have been this kind of person to the new members. I think it's really helpful. So thank you for the white belts over here. From the white belts over here. Okay, and then we have Toastmaster Raki. I'll be the table topic speakers, but there's only one person. We should remove the S. I'll be the table topic speaker. Trust to each other. Should be trust in each other. That's a preposition. And then we'll be messed up. Messed up is an adjective, so it should be will be messed up. And lastly, will be not running as you want. Let's just rearrange that into will not run as you want. For your quotes, we have without trust, everything goes into chaos, like Elmo. Okay, and then for guest Simon, lastly, win a champion. So the champion is the person and the championship is the event. So you can't win a champion unless you're trying to date maybe. And then lastly, it's not the matter of how many people. We should replace this article with a. It's not a matter of. And for your quotes, I really liked that part. It's not a matter of how many people are in the team. It's a matter of coming together for the same goal. And again, it reminds us to keep working together as best as possible. So that's all I have for tonight's report. Back to you, GE.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Donna, for the grammar and reports. It's so detailed and insightful report, isn't it? Okay, now I will call Toastmaster Uyun to deliver the reports. Toastmaster Uyun, the place is yours.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Leah, for the time. I would love to share my and POD count report, actually. Sorry, it should be P because it was phrase of the day, team up. Is it visible now? My screen?
Yes.
All right, okay. So, sorry, I couldn't hear Toastmaster Alvin's evaluation because my internet was unstable at that time. But here I heard some speakers mention POD, like Toastmaster Dendy, Toastmaster Septi, Toastmaster Garda, and distinguished Toastmaster Gatot. I hope that Toastmaster Hanny, Toastmaster Adrian, and Toastmaster Nia also mentioned it, but I couldn't take note of that. For some speakers, they mentioned some filler words. For example, Toastmaster Dendy mentioned only one Toastmaster Hanny only one Toastmaster Adrian 2 and Toastmaster Nia mentioned more than 5. So it should be, I think there's a room of improvement for the next speech. And for Toastmaster Gatot, it was 4 And for the table topic speaker, congratulations to Toastmaster Agung. Toastmaster Karina tried to make team up the speech, but I don't think she made it, but she intended to make it. And Toastmaster Wira mentioned 2, and guest Simon 3 times mentioning the phrase of the day. Congratulations. And guest Ayu and guest Simon mentioned more than five filler sounds. So I encourage you to minimize it in the next speech. And Toastmaster Wira 2 times mentioned yeah. It's quite unique, not or but he mentioned yeah as a filler sound. And for guest Karina and Toastmaster Agung, only like 1 or 2 repetitions. And for the role takers, Toastmaster Melanie mentioned for and I only could note 1 POD, but I guess more than 1. For Toastmaster Donna, oh wow, it was very detailed report. Wow, it was very detailed and long reports, and I noted more than 5, but it's okay, yeah. It was compensated because you made a long report, and I guess more than 1 phrase of the day. And yeah, for our friend but romantic, Toastmaster Andhyka, I guess more than 2 phrase of the day with 2 as filler sounds, and Toastmaster Alvin as the photo taker. Although it was a brief sentence, but you managed to mention 2 phrase of the day team up. So that's all the report from me. Back to you, Toastmaster Leah.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Uyun. Now it's time for me to present to you the general evaluation of this meeting. Okay, first of all, I would like to thank you for all the role takers. You guys had to deliver a speech and present the duty effectively in allotted time. Your presentation showed that you had think deeply about the information of your message so well, so that we could slightly amused by hear your speech. Another thing, as a listener, we could remember your main point because you share your experience and also the pictures and other visual aids to highlight the important points. And I would like to thank you for that. And last, I also have a responsibility to give a feedback for the future meetings, which is minor. I think we could learn from the experienced speakers, of course, but also we can learn from the speech evaluators. Yeah, speech evaluation is primarily for the speaker, but also we can learn from them. Their practical advice, it will help us personally to make a progress in making a delivered speech. Okay, that's all from me. Back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adelea and the evaluation team. Done, right? So sorry. The next part of this is, sorry, I need to cut up my arms. Let me check first. Is it already? Wait, I cannot find it anymore. There. So let's have first the Hall of Fame, right? Then I'll have the closing remarks after the Hall of Fame. Okay. Go ahead, Toastmaster Fa for the Hall of Fame.
Okay, let me share my screen first. It is visible.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, all right, everyone. Finally, we are already at the end of our meeting for tonight. And I know you guys can wait a little longer for this moment. So without any further ado, let's get to the list. Okay. For the first speakers is the prepared speakers. And let's see who to be favorite prepared speakers for tonight. Okay, jeng jeng jeng. Congratulations for Toastmaster Garda to be the most favorite speakers. Yay! Yay. Okay, next. We move on to the table topic speakers for tonight's meeting. Let's. Jeng jeng jeng. Congratulations, Toastmaster Agung.
Yay!
And then let's move on to evaluator speakers for tonight. And yes, congratulations, our DTM got that. Yay!
Yay.
That's yes.
Yay! Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Everyone. And for you guys not get the most speakers, yes, the most popular speaker yet. Let's try to our next meetings on Friday. And thank you. That's all my report. Back to you, Melanie.
Yeah, there. Thank you, Toastmaster Freddie, and congratulations to all the most favorite speakers for the night. And let's have the closing remarks now. I have here the quote from Helen Keller. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. And something that I love about in Toastmasters community, our Friday meetings like this will not be successful if we only have our president running this meeting. Well, yeah, right? So yes, he can open the meeting, but for whom and for what if he's only alone, right? So for our members, especially our members, I encourage you to volunteer to be speakers, to be role takers, or even speech evaluators, and invite your friends to come in so that we will be having more successful, enjoyable, and we continue to grow as a community, and we can radiate that kind of happy morning vibes to other people as well. And we have to let other people help us, even if we don't want to be helped, or if even we don't always want to help. Sometimes we can go far with someone's help. That's it for the night. So I will return. I will now give the screen to Toastmaster Salman.
Thank you, Toastmaster Melanie. Thank you, everyone, for teaming up to make this session such a great night. Not only the role takers, but also the speakers and all of us who visit this meeting. I think we can all agree that the highlight of tonight will be our first time giving his icebreaker, Toastmaster Dendy, giving such a very heartfelt, very emotional speech that we are all related to, and also the first time as a role taker, as a grammarian, Toastmaster Donna, you deliver such a great report. We all very amazed with that. Amazing. Congrats to you all too. We expect more from you on our next sessions. Yeah. Now, I also would like to thank distinguished Toastmaster Gatot for coming here. Are you still here? Distinguished Toastmaster.
Yes, I'm still here.
Hello. Can you share with us your impression or any feedback for our meeting here at SCBD Toastmaster?
My pleasure. Oh, pardon?
If you can share your impression or feedback for our meeting.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. I think it's been 1 year since the last time I visited SCBD Toastmaster. I really like to come back into SCBD Toastmaster since the vibe is really, how do we call it? Energetic, really positive, and you use consistently greet your members with, happy morning, to make sure that you have that happy feeling and stay in the morning energy, things like that. So I really like, and I'm encouraged to come back into this meeting because I was invited by your past immediate president, Toastmaster Garda. I asked him a lot to help me for some club meetings, so I cannot say no when he asked me to be his evaluator. And one and all, I was also encouraged to come because last couple days I visited some clubs meeting, and I met your SAA, Toastmaster Raki, and he keeps saying that my SCBD club is not Sudirman, Sudirman Citayam Bojonggede Depok, but it's a real SCBD club. So it was so funny, and that's why I'm here to see all of you. I'm so happy to be here. Offer back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Didi and Gatot. We are also very blessed with your presence here. Yeah, your feedback. It's very insightful for us. Also, I would like to hear more from our guest here. Guest Ronnie, is this your first time joining our meeting or session in SCBD Toastmaster? Guest Ronnie?
Yes. Is it the second the first time I'm so I'm ever to luring in SCBD to 2019, and it's the first time me doing sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't worry.
I'm groggy.
Okay.
I
Thank
think
you for
enough. Yeah, I just
do you have any, if you can describe our meeting in one word, what will it be? Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Agak-
We look
yeah.
forward for your visit next time. Yeah, guest running. Thank you very much for the visit. Okay, I think that's all for tonight's session, guys. We are going to still open this meeting room for the next 1 or 2 hours. So feel free to stay. Feel free if you have anything to ask, we will answer it. And with that, with the power vested in me as the club president, I conclude this meeting with a clap. Thank you, everyone, and see you on our next week.
Yeah,
Thank you. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend.
Happy weekend, guys.
Happy weekend.
Thank you everyone. Happy